So the Commissioner's Cup final will be taking place on July 1st. Will be in Minnesota. And, Caitlin Clark has missed the last 2 games against the Sparks and in Dallas against the Wings. Of course, against the Wings, there was a 20,000 seat building that, kind of showed up for that and did not get to see Caitlin in action. But I came across a video that had me questioning, like, are they going to allow Caitlin Clark to play for the Commissioner's Cup final? Is she good to go? Of course, we have been given this day-to-day diagnosis that I think a lot of us are kind of, confused by, with what is kind of publicly known about, someone's general injury, the groin injury, that is, along with, only so much information that the team is allowing to get out there. But Cathy Engelbert actually called to speak to the team, and then Caitlin responded to her as if she, is ready to play. So let's take a look at that video here.
Hello?
It's Cathy Engelbert. How are you?
Hey, Kathy, good. How are you?
Caitlin, I just want to personally congratulate you on being named captain for the 20. All the best to the whole team tomorrow in or Tuesday in the Commissioner Cup final.
Yeah, we about to get that dub, Kathy. Yeah.
So she said we about to get that dub, and I noticed the double leg sleeves on. I don't know if she's gonna come out with the compression deals, but that would be something new because normally she wouldn't have anything on like that. But seeing that leads me to question, like, I think she's going to be available for that game. Now, what I know about the Commissioner's Cup is this does not actually count towards the record. This counts for $500,000. Of course, you get the trophy and, the midseason kind of championship. And I don't think you could ask for a better championship game ratings-wise with putting, Minnesota Lynx, who are 14-2, against the Indiana Fever, who, of course, have the most exciting team in the sport and the biggest draw. On one side, you got Nafisa Collier and her squad. You got Cheryl Reeve, who a lot of Caitlin Clark fans always, there's always a little bit of smoke there. And then, of course, you got the Indiana Fever on the other side. Now, it's difficult to think about whether she should, give it a go or not, because obviously this game doesn't count. There are risks of re-aggravation, and thus far, one injury has led to another. Caitlin seems like the kind of player that it feels like you would have to hold her down and completely rule her out in order to make sure that she's not going to play. It doesn't look like she wants to obviously miss these games or anything. And she had been a model of consistency going back to her sophomore year of high school. So far this season, she's missed 7 games, which are 7 more than I think any of us wanted her to miss. But, like, if there's any sign of, like, discomfort or, just not 100%, not getting the right burst, I would want her to sit it down personally and just take, the week or whatever it takes, to get back. As long as the Fever are still maintaining their playoff position, come back when you're good. Ari McDonald has been a blessing for some kind of backcourt relief in Caitlin Clark's absence. And going forward, them together should be a really exciting combo. The Fever still have another move to make, adding, some type of big or, versatile forward who can come in and guard as well as, hit some threes. But I would be shocked if the Indiana Fever let that video get out there. They put their branding on it and all that and didn't have plans on either bringing her back or having her play in the All-Star game, which I can imagine the WNBA is on their knees begging and wishing and hoping that Caitlin Clark is able to play in the All-Star game in Indianapolis in front of that huge crowd that they're going to draw. And there's a lot on the line right now, a lot of pressure on this young lady. And, one can only hope that, she's getting all the proper treatment, the guidance from the training staff and all the proper precautions are being taken, because this is unlike, I think, almost anyone in sports. Tom Brady went down for an entire season before, and it was like, all right, whatever. Next quarterback up. If Caitlin Clark is going down for, let's say she's out for a month and a half or something from here, just estimating, This would be so disastrous for this league, the upcoming CBA, just the general profile, the ratings, all the tickets that have already been sold all around the country that have moved to these bigger buildings. And there's been more than one, big building, the Chicago one, the Dallas one. And it's just like, damn, like it's really sad to see. And I think that her injuries are not just like, all right, how does it affect her team? It's how does it affect this league? How does it affect the economy around her? How does it affect like the road tickets? What does the collective bargaining look like? This is as clear cut of a MVP of a sport. And I don't necessarily mean like, hey, she's going to be the league MVP, like the award and all that. This is the real world, sense of it. Like, yo, there's just nobody like this that replicates what she does. So hopefully she's able to play. That's what I want to see. I know you guys want to see it as well. But also hopefully, she's not getting to a point where she's pushing beyond what her limitations are, and that she receives some luck from the injury gods. So do you guys think from that video that she's going to play in both the Commissioner's Cup final for the $500,000 and the All-Star game, or does this not mean much? Let me know in the comment section. Make sure you join the channel, like this video, subscribe, and all that. I'll holler at you guys. Peace. This is One Lifetime.